ABC Sports presents high school basketball. Tonight's game is brought to you by Patriots Buckeye Mutual Insurance, Doan Ford, WB Green Insurance, West 40 Auto Sales, Valentine Insurance, Guernsey Muskingum Electric Cooperative, and Abel's Heating, Cooling, Electrical, and Refrigeration.
Hello and good evening and welcome into Maysville High School. High school basketball coming to you tonight on Nash Icon at 107 in Cambridge and 98.5 in Zanesville. Also available at YRP TV, link available at the ABC Communications website, yourradioplace.com. This is Zach Chrisman alongside with Bill Kassler as we're set to see a great game with the Maysville Panthers hosting the John Glenn Little Muskies. Two major NBL powers going at it tonight. Maysville led by their top scorer, Alex Bobb, at 24.7 a game. John Glenn led by the big man, Caleb Larrick, averaging 12.8 a contest. Now this is going to be a game that's going to look a lot like a track meet at times. Both teams like to get out and run, and as well as keeping a heavy emphasis on the defense and full court press. Battle of the fast and faster, am I right, Bill?
Absolutely, no doubt about it. We just have to figure out who faster is right now.
Exactly.
But these teams like to run. They like to get up and down the floor. Of course, Maysville, Zach, they had a ton of success last year. They went to the regional, the semifinal. Of course, they had the senior Hayden Jarrett and also a big man, Connor Larimer, leading them last year. Lost those two guys. More importantly, like you mentioned, they still have Alex Bobb, and he's a threat from just about anywhere in the half court, isn't he?
Yes, he is, and he's got the greenest of green lights. It looks like he's able to pull up from just about anywhere on the front court here.
25 points a game,
I mean,
or
that's impressive.
thereabouts.
Yes.
It is pretty impressive. I mean, he does a great job, and he's got all the experience too. The other thing that you have to like about Alex Bobb is that he's really all about, I've watched him a few times, about getting his teammates involved. I mean,
Indeed.
That's what he wants to do. He knows it's a team game.
For sure.
And right now, getting your teammates involved if you're Maysville is pretty important because they've got a few seniors, but they are sophomore dominated.
Yes, they are. Looking at the roster here, only four seniors on the roster. One freshman, and the rest are sophomores. So, yes, it's a very middle-of-the-road age-wise team here for Maysville.
One sophomore of note, the point guard.
Yes,
Gator Nichols. You have to like Gator. I mean, particularly with the name, but I mean, he's a good point guard. He can handle the ball.
Yes.
He is a great facilitator. He works to get his teammates involved, and the guy can play a little bit of defense. You're going to see a lot of that tonight. I hope your vocal cords are in good shape because with the pace these two teams like to work at, we're going to see a lot of up and down the floor tonight.
Yes.
As far as John Glenn goes, as you said, Caleb Larrick, 12.8 points a game, 8 rebounds a game. They've got some other options too, but I tend to look at the Muskies as a team that they're a little bit deeper off the bench. They've got a lot of scoring. A lot of guys can come in and do it. You never know from night to night just who's going to have the hot hand.
Exactly, and my man to watch tonight for John Glenn is Steele Bates. He's always active in the passing lanes, always a threat to poke one away. He's also a nice asset on the offensive side of the ball as well. 10.5 points per game. He also brings down almost 4 rebounds a game and a very, very nice team-leading 2.5 steals a game.
Well, and Steele he's a sophomore, another sophomore.
Another young gun.
Yeah, really. And, John Glenn, like I say, a little bit more probably upper class experience, but boy, with that tournament run that Maysville had last year, they got a lot of their guys time on the floor and learned quite a bit. Coach Brown, he does a great job with his basketball team. Of course, he started off coaching girls basketball, I think up in Coshocton right now, and he has worked his way up to this, and he's having a lot of success here at Maysville. I know the Panther fans are real happy with what he's done. For
sure, and you love to see that, and there seems to be a nice continuity amongst the whole program. We sat here and watched a good deal of the JV game, which John Glenn happened to come out on top 54-44. But you could tell it almost looked like you're watching the varsity game. They're running the same defense, the same offensive sets. A lot of continuity, like I said, throughout the whole program.
A few more mistakes. I mean, they're younger guys, but they're learning the system. And, these coaches, like I said, and the kids love it too.
Definitely.
When you're a basketball player, you want to get up. You want to get up and down the floor. Let's shoot some buckets.
Let's see it,
Let's get up and down the floor. Let's go for some steals. Let's play some defense. They both press. You have to like that on and off. So we're going to see a game tonight that's going to feature a lot of pace, and it's just going to it'll be the winner of this game is probably the team that controls themselves in that fast pace the best.
Right, and that's something that I hate to say it, but I am a little worried for John Glenn on that. If they're trying to make it a run and gun shootout, I'd really like to see him get Caleb Larrick started early. Feed him down in the post and really get him going early on. That way he can build some confidence as the game goes on.
I think we'll see the Muskies in a little bit more of a half-court offense. They'll get points in transition if they can, but, if they have to bring the ball up the floor, they will go into half-court, and they try to get the ball down to the 6'6" post player.
For sure.
The thing about that is that tonight, you take a look at Maysville, they've got some guys that have some size. I mean, there's no one or two about it. The sophomores, Kane Rohrig is 6'5". You've got Cade Rock. He comes off the bench. He's 6'4". You've got Jordan Watson. He's 6'2". And, of course, Bob, he's listed as a forward. I kind of think he's more of a two guard. He's a shooting guard. But he's 6'1", and he's really smart.
Right.
So you have to figure there's going to be enough physical presence on the Panther side to nullify the aircraft carrier that John Glenn has.
Exactly. And that's something that we talked about before the game, too. I watched the John Glenn Cambridge game, and that was the one thing that I wanted to give kudos to Cambridge for doing is they kept fresh bodies on him, and it really kept him frustrated down there in the paint. Didn't give him any momentum, per se, to pick up.
And something I want to mention about Maysville, too, and I don't know how many teams have done this. I watched the game against Philo, and they went box and one on him, which is pretty smart on Alex Bob. I mean, if you want to take one of the Panthers out of the game, Alex Bob is a guy that I've got a circle around. Look for number 4. He's a threat from anywhere, and he's smart.
Yes, he is. Like I said, he will pull up from the parking lot. You're going to hear that tonight, I'm sure. All right, and we are going to head to break here. We've got a couple minutes here before we're going to have our tip-off, and we'll be right back with you after this.
At Abels, we're proud that so many people trust our family with their family's home comfort. I'm Russ Abels. For new heating and cooling, you can trust us to save you money with our high-efficiency systems. We're trusted for electrical work, lighting, outlets, generators, complete home electrical service upgrades. We do it all. And you can trust us in an emergency. Whether it's heating, cooling, or electrical repairs, we promise to do the job right. It's what we do for family, and it's what everyone deserves. Trust Abels.
Save money and get peace of mind with secure file backups from ABC Tech. Lost or deleted files happen all the time, and it can be devastating to your business. ABC Tech backs up all your data from all your computers and stores it in the cloud securely. If you ever lose your data for any reason, we can restore all your files easily from backup. Right now, you can get 2 months of our cloud backup services free. There's no need for us to even come on site. We can set you up remotely and protect your files quickly and easily. Contact us today for more details and to get your first 2 months free. Call 740-432-5605 or visit abctechnicalservices.com.
And we are back here at Maysville High School. Just a couple minutes here before tip-off. Bill and I are going to get into the starting lineups and talk to you a little bit more about pregame here. We've got the starting lineup for the Maysville Panthers. We've got Gator Nichols, the sophomore, playing the point guard position. Wesley Armstead also. Alex Bob, like I said, the leading scorer, playing the forward, but he's kind of a Swiss Army knife as well. And we've also got Kane Rohrig and Jordan Watson rounding out the starting 5 for Maysville. For John Glenn, we've got Caleb Larrick, the senior leader, and we've got C.J. Dolan playing the guard position, Noah Winland, Will Nikolazakis, who handles a lot of the point guard duties here for John Glenn, and then we've got Steele Bates, the second guard, coming in here. Like I said, heavy defensive threat, always down to get in the passing lane, and I'm really excited to see what he can do tonight.
One advantage that John Glenn does have, Zach, they are a little bit deeper on the bench,
Yes.
So we'll see a few guys more in the maroon and white tonight than we will in the white and gold.
All righty, well, we are going to take a second to do the national anthem, and we will be right back with you after these words.
I'm not buying till I check on Ford.
Most of us are faced with uncertainty every day. Your job, your finances, sporting events, schooling for your children, and so much more. With so much uncertainty surrounding you, there's one auto dealership that you can be certain about, and that's Doan Ford. You can be certain that you'll always get a great deal and the best service afterwards. In business for nearly 60 years has given Doan Ford the reputation of being a strong, reliable dealership. Be certain. Choose Doan Ford online at doanford.com. Each year, Guernsey-Muskingum Electric Cooperative provides an all-expenses-paid trip for 2 students to attend the Washington, D.C. Youth Tour coordinated by Ohio's electric cooperatives. Applicants must be a high school sophomore or junior and the child or legal ward of a Guernsey-Muskingum Electric Cooperative member at the time of selection. For a complete list of qualifications or to apply, visit gmenergy.com. Now located at 16050 McConnellsville Road in Caldwell, Ohio, Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance Company is a mutual insurance company established in 1896 for the purpose of providing insurance coverage to rural Ohio. They offer a product to meet your insurance need, whether it's for a farm, rental dwelling, home in town, secondary or seasonal dwelling, churches, or mobile home. They partner with Grinnell Mutual Insurance Company from Iowa to offer liability coverage to package with their Patrons Buckeye Mutual policy. Call today, 740-305-5121, and follow them on Facebook at Patrons Buckeye.
How can you select from insurance companies offering you lizards or ducks? When it comes to protection for your home and auto, you want a company that provides quality insurance products and personalized, fair, friendly claims service. WB Green Insurance represents Westfield Insurance. Their reputation is based on sharing knowledge and building trust. Westfield has been around the neighborhood over 150 years. WB Green Insurance welcomes the opportunity to quote your home, car, and business insurance. Don't be fooled by lizards and ducks. Call 439-1329.
You're listening to high school basketball on 107.9, 98.5 Nash Icon, WILE Cambridge.
And welcome back. Here we are at Maysville High School for some high school basketball tonight. I'm here with Bill Kassler. I'm Zach Chrisman. We've got a great game coming here for you tonight. Just a few moments away from tip-off. We're brought to you here on Nash Icon 107 in Cambridge and 98.5 in Zanesville. Taking a look at the schedules and some of the games that these teams have played. Panthers are riding high to 7-3 record. They're 4-2 in the NBL. Tough loss to Tri-Valley. And also, John Glenn is rolling in at 8-3. They've got a 5-1 in the NBL, and also with a loss to Tri-Valley. That seems to be the common thread between the schedules.
Well, I think Tri-Valley, Zach, is undefeated. They're kind of the brass knuckles of the NBL this year. So Scotties have a good team. You know, these teams right here are right behind them, trying to gain enough experience so that they can play with Tri-Valley. Good program up there in Dresden. So. No, there's nothing to be ashamed of. These teams are working to get to that level. But right now, they're both chasing the Scotties. Some other losses that these teams have had. The Panthers, they kind of got ambushed when they opened their NBL schedule at Coshocton, who's very good this year. They're, I believe, in first place or second place, I believe, in the small schools division, and they might be trailing New Lex. But they lost 63-60 in that second game. Could have been a wake-up call because you're starting some of those younger players and you're trying to get yourself acclimated to a new lineup. You've lost two key seniors. So, you know, here come the Redskins, a little bit of a surprise, and they knocked off the Scotties. And they knocked off the Panthers. They lost to Malvern as well in the Hornets right now. They're undefeated in the IVC. They're an excellent basketball team. So the losses for the Panthers coming to some very, very good teams. Of course, John Glenn, they lost to New Philly. They lost to Indian Valley, and they lost also to Tri-Valley.
And boy, that New Philly game, the Muskies seemed like there was something covering the basket that night. It seemed like New Philly had no problem getting it in from deep. But John Glenn just couldn't quite get it going that night.
Yeah, well, you know, hey, Coach Scheck will tell you, every team has a night like that. You
Indeed.
know, I haven't seen Maysville have too many, although when I covered them last year, Bishop Reedy, they gave them fits. Alex Bob was hitting, but none of the other Panthers were really having that good of a game.
Right, and that's something that's going to happen. Like you said, every team's going to have those hot nights where it just seems like the bucket is as big as the ocean. So tonight, as we're going through the starting lineups, let's give that to you one more time. For the Maysville Panthers, we've got Gator Nichols, Wesley Armstead, as you could probably hear over the loudspeakers. Yeah. Alex Bob coming in at the 6'1 senior for the Panthers. And then we've also got Kane Rorick and Jordan Watson. Very talented starting five. And for John Glenn, we've got the senior Caleb Blarick, C.J. Dolan, Noah Winland, Will Nikolazakis, who, like I said, runs the point guard on most possessions. And then you've got Steele Bates.
Packed gymnasium tonight.
Yes.
You know, you can tell that Coach Brown, he's got the program rolling. These people are excited about Maysville basketball. And, of course, John Glenn, they've got such a history there. They're always excited about their basketball team. So this ought to be a great matchup tonight. And this probably will determine who's going to put the most pressure on Tri-Valley.
Most definitely. There's a game to pick up there in between them since they both have the loss to Tri-Valley. Like I said earlier, we're going to see a lot of running and gunning tonight. We're going to see a lot of up and down, probably a handful of turnovers for both sides, really. Very active hands on the defensive side of the ball as we get ready for tip-off here.
Yeah, hey, I'm going to try to keep track of those turnovers, so wish me luck on that.
Yes, good luck, my man. Good luck.
I usually do some scoring. I usually do just the scoring. I don't do rebounds, turnovers, and shooting percentages. I think turnovers is going to be key. I think you're right, so I think it's something we're going to try to keep track of tonight. Getting ready now for that opening tip.
All right, and here we go. And the opening tip goes to John Glenn, rocketed right out of bounds.
Yeah.
So it looks like Maysville's going to take possession here on the sideline.
Ooh, there's the man taking it out right away.
Yes, it is. Alex Bobb, he's gonna inbound here. Let's see who he goes to. We've got Gator Nichols going to bring the ball up here. John Glenn running the half-court defense, nice and tight. Are they bringing around the horn here? Back to Jordan Watson. Running it around at the top of the key here, looking for something to break open. Maybe a backdoor cut as we go cross-court. Boy, John Glenn is all over them right now as Gator Nichols passes it over to Sammy Scott. Or excuse me, that was Wesley Armstead. And there's Nichols on the inside, and he puts it up off the glass for our first points of the night. 2-0 Panthers, 7:22 here to go in the first quarter.
Nice drive by Nichols, great patience by the Panthers that time.
All right, as we got John Glenn coming across the half-court line, we've got C.J. Dolan bringing it up as he kicks it to the side. Looking to get it down in the post. He drives, kicks it out to the corner, bringing it back around to the top of the key. And looks like we're going to have a little reset here. Steele Bates looking for something, brings it around. Almost hands it off, spin move. Boy, just white on rice this Maysville defense is. Nice and patient there. Now we get it into the big man. Let's see the big man cook. As he goes up, fakes, pivots. That's his go-to move right there. He loves to fake it, go up with the right. Alrighty, now Maysville trying to beat the press here. They're going to try and trap. You're going to see a lot of that tonight, I'm sure. As we reset here on the side. Oh, Gator don't play that. Gator's going to take it into the rack.
Tell you what, he can handle the ball. You don't want to take your eyes off of him. For a sophomore, he's awful smart.
That's right, yes. He's got a high basketball IQ, good ball vision, court vision. All right, we're going to go back down into Lyric. Thinks about it. Going to work the block here. Oh, it gets poked away. As Maysville's going to take it the other way.
Boy, big man got it down on the blocks. Ooh, that's Alex Bobb.
Alex Bobb goes down. Oh, no, you hate to see that. That's going to be a big deal if he can't get up and go tonight.
Looks like his legs are okay. I think, and I'm not sure, it looks like he got his bell rung.
Yeah, I think he came around on a pick there and maybe got sent to the ground.
He might have gotten picked off there a little bit. Boy, I'll tell you what. 2 times John Glenn comes down the floor. They get the ball down in on the blocks to Lyric. He does a great job here now. Here we go.
Got a replay here coming.
Yeah.
Oh, he's up and moving. Good. That's what we like to see. A little bit of a gimp coming to the line.
A little bit of a limp. Oh, yeah. My.
Oh, that's not good news.
Boy, I'll tell you what.
As he goes straight back to the locker room.
Yeah, and that will change the game plan considerably for the Panthers.
So then that brings in Cohen Fink coming in for the injured Alex Bobb, and like we said, we really hope Bobb can get back into the game because man, is he the scorer? He's the
Cohen's another senior now. He's got a knee brace on, so his time has been a little bit limited this year. Right now, that puts a whole lot more on Gator Nichols.
For sure. Yeah, we're going to need some extra scoring out of him as he's already got the first 4 points of the game. Maysville brings it up across half court, stifling defense as it gets ricocheted off and it goes out of bounds.
Hey, nice job there by number 2, C.J. Dolan, deflecting that pass. Again, pressure on defense by both teams.
Yes. Gator Nichols brings it out, and he throws it into Armstead. Armstead patiently looking for something. Back to Nichols. Nichols brings it around the top of the key here. Going to get a pick. Oh, picks his dribble up. No roll there, and it's going to be a turnover on Nichols. A little bit of contact there, but I think picking up his dribble was the main problem there as John Glenn, Steele Bates goes into the lane, takes a body there. And now we've got it back across half court. They're going to reset it up. Look like they're going to throw it down into Lyric. Lyric moves. He shimmies. Comes back around. Oh, tries the backdoor cut. Boy, the ball is all over the place. Now we got Armstead again trying to get around the trap, the full court press. Back over to Nichols. Pulls the three. Oh, no good. Lyric with the rebound as he pivots and he finds Steele Bates on the outside, brings it up the court. Between the legs, looking, passes it over.
That's number 5, Winland in the
Noah
basketball
Winland, yes.
game.
All right, Steele Bates looking. All right, we're going to take a shot here. No good for C.J. Dolan, his first shot of the night. Nichols looking for something, trying to get the ball across. And we've got some contact there. We've got a foul on John Glenn.
It's going to be on Steele Bates. And you have to give the Muskies, like we said earlier, they're very aggressive
Yes.
on defense. They go pretty deep on the bench, so they can afford to do that. You know, Steele Bates not the biggest guy either.
You couldn't tell
he's
from
not,
watching him
not,
play.
not afraid of contact, is he?
No, he is not. Gator Nichols brings it up. Lots of pressure on him as he goes between the legs, kicks it over to Armstead, who drives, kicks it back out. 3 ball on the way. Nice shot. And that's going to be Kane Rohrig from 3. Nice shot. As
That's
he gets
one of those
started.
sophomores. Here come the Muskies.
Oh, right off the hands. Hit him in a bad spot. It goes out of bounds.
24, that is Braden Davis, who's checked into the basketball game. Again, Coach Scheck likes to run a lot of players in and out. You'll see this tonight. John Glenn lineup will change consistently.
Of course. So we've got 7-2 with 4:15 here to go in the first quarter as Maysville gets it down into the paint. Nice floater, and it goes in. Nice shot by Jordan Watson. Nice little touch around the rim. I like that. John Glenn going to bring the ball in here. We've got Nelson Cameron. Passes it over. Oh, throws it away. And we got another foul. C.J. Dolan picks up one. Got a little too greedy there. Tried to pick the pocket from the behind there. Didn't quite get it. Got a little more arm than he got ball. So we're going to inbound it here. Looks like Armstead as he moves down the line here a little bit. Guarded by Steele. Out to Gator Nichols. Boy, they are just not giving him any room to breathe tonight. He's going to have to work for every shot that he can get.
That's probably what you have to expect when you're playing John Glenn.
Most definitely. Nichols again. Kicks it around. No, he doesn't. He thinks. He's going to drive. Kicks it out to the corner. Takes it on to the inside. Oh, off the front rim. Rebound by Coden Fink. Kicks it back out to Armstead. He thought about the 3. Nice spin move. Ooh, and it gets sent into the student section. Lucky fan might go home with the ball tonight.
I don't think so. They gave it right back.
Right back.
That time a little bit of overpassing that time, although they are going to give the ball back to Maysville.
Okay. All right, Armstead here at the top, looking at coach to see what set he wants him to run. Looking for some action. Looks like we got a pick coming down here on the top of the key. We'll see what happens. Kicks it around to the corner, or the top of the key, excuse me. Drives. Ooh, foul on the shot. Didn't quite get anything on the iron, but right idea. That's what you want when you get down in that area of the court.
9-2 right now. John Glenn started off pretty cold here. They got the ball down to Lyric one time. They got it down to him another time. Made the mistake of putting the ball on the floor. Maysville continues to attack the basket.
Yes, they do, and that's going to be something that's going to be key if you don't have Alex Bobb to put up those extra 25 points and the threat that he brings from beyond the line. As Watson hits his first free throw, we are 10-2. Panthers leading with 3:13 left in the first quarter.
Alex Bobb checked into the game.
Oh, Alex Bobb is back. That's what I'm talking about. All right, good to see him back. As the second free throw goes up, hits front iron. Gator Nichols with the rebound. He's going to reset. Nope. Looking for something. Kicks it out here. Watson drives, kicks it back out to Nichols. He takes the shot. Front rim there. Good rebound. Those second chance points are what you're looking for. Bobb from deep. No good, but just good to see him back in the game as the rebound is taken by Lyric. As he kicks it up to the rest of the court, brings it all the way across. Oh, good pass, good defense. Bobb tries to go behind the back, almost loses it, and Gator Nichols will get it picked from behind there and get it knocked out of bounds. So we've got
2:41.
2:41 here to go, 10-2, still first period. Looks like Gator is going to be throwing it in here from underneath the Maysville basket. Let's see if they can, nice. Get Alex Bobb a nice clean shot there, but he gets fouled on the way up.
It's going to be on Nick Lazakis. Didn't really have any choice. Easy bucket if Bobb gets to just drive right to the hoop.
Right.
Nick Lazakis made sure he didn't, so he'll have to earn his 2 at the line.
And I'm sure he will. He's a great free throw shooter here as he shoots Let's see here.
First
About
one's
83% from the line.
First one's good. You didn't even get a chance to put the broadcaster's jinx on him. So.
Well, I don't want to do that to him. As he goes up for number 2 here, it is. Oh, off front iron. Rebound, though.
Oh, there you go. It worked.
I guess it did. That's on you.
All right.
All right, John Glenn with the ball here across half court. Looking to get some action going here. Maysville all over him, just like John Glenn on the other side of the court. Drives, kicks out. We've got a 3 in the corner. Dolan had a good look, but he just couldn't quite get it in there.
Oh, boy, Armstead with a great rebound for the Panthers.
Oh, I thought Gator was going to pull for that one, but he goes right around him. What a nice move. Made him think. So we've got a timeout, John Glenn here with 2:07 left in the first quarter.
Boy, great drive by Gator Nichols. He's got 6 points now. I want to tell you something right now. The sophomore showing he can play. Right now, John Glenn has to get settled down. They've got to start playing a little bit of half-court basketball. This fast-paced Maysville is proving to be the quicker team so far.
Exactly, yes. You're playing right into their plan, you know. Like I'd like to see John Glenn to get Caleb Larrick going. You need to slow it down, bring it into the half court, let him do some work. You saw when he had that one possession on the block, he got right around and put it right in. That's exactly what they need to be focusing on here now as they're cold from beyond the paint.
Of course, with the way that the Panthers play defense, they make it difficult to do those kind of things. But, you know, John Glenn should be used to this pace. Hard to get it down in the paint to the big man.
Right.
Again, here come the Panthers. They're going to, you know, it's basically token pressure.
Right. We've got Dolan here coming across half court, picks up his dribble, kicks it into the corner to Nikolazakis as he drives, almost loses it, kicks it out to the side, gets it back. Thought about the cross-court pass there as he gives it back to Dolan. Thought he was going to shoot there. Nice defense. Larrick kicks it back out, and we got Nikolazakis from 3. Ooh, almost right off the front iron. We got another call here.
Great ball movement by John Glenn that time.
Yes, nice and patient. That's what you want to see, especially with this stifling defense. They're going to get tired eventually. You know, you keep running them around and running them into screens, they're going to get tired.
That's going to be Armistead. That's going to be on him, trying to get a hold of Caleb Larrick, not give him good position.
Larrick gets the ball inbound here. He's got one-on-one. Kicks it over. With Cooper Briggs making his appearance in the game. Dolan goes up and under, passes it out to the corner. And we're still here at the top of the key as he drives. Dolan pivots, goes up, can't get it, gets his own rebound, but oh no, he's going to call the foul there. I thought he was going to get it out of bounds.
That's a good call and some really great hard work by Cooper Briggs, taking it into the lane, taking it up, missing the shot, getting his own rebound and going up again and getting fouled.
So John Glenn will take it out here underneath their own basket. See what Coach draws up for the inbound play. Winland throws it in. Looking for Nikolazakis. No, oh, that could have been a steal. Dangerous pass right there. The pressure really getting to John Glenn here in the first quarter.
That was Alex Bobb. Hey, here coming back into the game is Steele Bates. He's tended to stabilize the ball handling a little bit more for John Glenn, so that may help the Muskies.
And yeah, that will definitely help them just get another ball handler in there and another great defender. So we're going to do the inbound pass here to Nikolazakis.
Sammy Scott's in for Maysville.
Okay. We got Steele Bates over here as Nikolazakis waves him off. He's going to go around, looking, picks up his dribble, kicks it over to Dolan. Dolan behind the back, looking to reset. Bates surveys the court, sees what he can see. As he goes and drives, almost loses the ball, kicks it to the side. Oh, and that's going to be a charge. You play defense with your feet. If he got his feet set, that's the right call there.
Let's see. I think
they're going to give it.
They're going to say that's blocking.
Oh, okay. Thought I saw the charge. As Larrick gets the ball inbound here. Nice pass inside. Steele Bates looking to reset here. Boy, Caleb is calling for it in the block there. Cross-court pass here as Dolan drives, spins. Nothing doing there as he kicks it back out to Bates.
30 seconds left in the quarter. Good defense by the Panthers.
Yes, they're all over them. Gives it a little shimmy shake. Steele Bates over to Dolan. Nikolazakis to Larrick. He slips, loses the ball. Looks like
it's going to be Maysville basketball. Wow.
as we get some subs here in for Maysville, we've got Wesley Armstead coming back in, and we've got Kane Rorig coming back into the ball game.
That's just some great half-court defense by Maysville right now, up 13-2.
Oh, what a steal.
Great steal.
That's what I'm talking about. Steal Bates, he's a threat to steal the ball every possession. As 10 seconds left, Armstead looking to bring it back up, gives it back to Bob. Bob crosses over, comes up. You know he's pulling that. Bingo! Trey ball as we expire the first quarter. That's exactly what Maysville needed to get him going.
Yeah, I think Alex Bob may be okay.
Yes, he may. So at the end of the first quarter, we've got 16-4. We'll be right back with you with the second quarter action after this.
In your time of need, will you be happy with your cut-rate car insurance? Will you have the coverages you need? Valentine Insurance is dedicated to protecting you and your family when you need it. As an independent insurance agency, we have partnered with many reputable insurance companies who even have local claims adjusters to provide you with unbeatable service. Are you going to trust a talking lizard to help you with your claim? Really? Don't let this happen to you. Trust the professionals at Valentine Insurance. Call 994-1776.
And we are back here in Maysville High School. 16-4, the Panthers lead the John Glenn Muskies as we're about to start quarter number 2. Bill, what have you seen through that first quarter that really piqued your interest?
Well, what piques my interest is that John Glenn is trying to run their offense. They're running up and down the floor. They're trying to get points in transition. But Maysville is just as quick, and they're very, very used to this. I think the Muskies, I'm not the coach, but I think they need to slow it down just a little bit and work on trying to get the ball down into the low post.
Yes, I would agree with that. Get Caleb Larrick going. That's why you got the big man down there. As Nicholas Zakis takes the inbound, he brings it across. Running the offense here, throws it over to Steele Bates. Steele Bates going to get a pick from Larrick as he rolls. Good pick and roll action. That's exactly what we want to see right there for John Glenn.
Boy, you got to figure Coach Scheck may have called that during the break.
Yes. Got to draw something up as Alex Bob goes in the lane, almost loses it, triple team, quadruple team. Ball rolling all around. Looks like we might get a jump ball here. Yes, jump ball. So let's see here who we got on the jump ball.
Well, possession arrow is right in front of us. We unfortunately cannot see it.
That's
okay. We'll find out who's got the ball in a moment.
Little perspiration there on the ball.
It's going to be Panthers basketball.
Panthers ball being inbounded in underneath their own basket here. Let's see what kind of action they get going off here. Directly into Bob. He brings it around to Watson. Watson brings it around. Armstead now with it. To Alex Bob. He's going to shoot that. Ooh, just a tad short. That's going to be out off the top of the
stanchion. Yeah, once it goes up and hits part of that apparatus that holds the basket up, it is out of
dead
bounds.
Ball, yeah.
16-6, 7:23 left in the second.
All right, Steele Bates now with the inbound pass, bringing it all the way up the court here. Got Armstead on him, keeping a close eye.
Panthers with that 10-point lead, they continue to play that aggressive defense.
So we got Dolan, brings it around back to Nicholas Zakis, fakes pass, gives it a little shake, trying to call for something here. Spins around, back to Steele Bates. Bates gets another pick and roll. Boy, that looks eerily familiar. But this time he's going to pull up and knock it down from the elbow. Nice shot. 16-8. Panthers still lead with 6:50 left to go in the second quarter.
Steele Bates giving John Glenn a lift.
Oh, Gator Nichols in a little bit of trouble. Almost throws it away. Alex Bob over to Watson. Watson's going to drive. He's going to go up with it. Off the glass, no good. And looks like we're going to have another call here. Nope, we're going to go the other way. Big line change here for John Glenn. We've got Briggs coming in, Nelson Cameron, and it looks like Braden Davis.
Panthers have yet to score here in the second quarter. John Glenn, 4 points, cut into that lead a little bit.
And that's exactly what they need as Maysville tries to trap Briggs there. We got a nice over the half-court line pass here. Kick it, oh! Alex Bob pulling his best free safety impersonation there, picks that one off. He's going to bring it down across the court, crosses some defenders, comes up, oh! Almost had the touch on the right hand. As John Glenn brings it back, Dolan around the back, he's going to drive, kick it back out. 3 ball, no good. Rebounded by Larrick, and he takes care of the rest. 16-10 now. Panthers with only a 6-point lead as Gator Nichols getting, Alex Bob getting trapped. Now to Gator Nichols. He pulls up from deep. Back iron. Rohrig with the rebound. Now we're gonna give Bob a shot. Nice, and there it is. If at first you don't succeed, you gotta hit it again.
Well, steal inbounds.
Now that's what you call heads-up play.
Wow, that's smart basketball right there. Wes Armstead caught him sleeping a little bit.
Caught him peeking in the window there. He's gonna grab it. Armstead also gonna go to the line for a 3-point play here.
You can't take an inbounds off playing against Maysville. Too much pressure. Armstead spotted the pass coming. He's able to pick it off. He gets the 2 points and shooting for the 3-point play, which is good.
And he converts. Got some more subs coming in. Winland's going to come in the game. And he will also inbound it. We got that full court pressure back once again. Going to be an all-night thing, I have a feeling, as Nicholas Zakis gets the ball coming up to half court here. Gator Nichols keeping an eye as Nicholas Zakis looks for something. A little bit of motion. A little bit of congestion over here on the side. Steele Bates is going to bring it back around the top and try to reset.
Well, they've got Alex Bob on him. That's a matchup I wouldn't like.
Yeah, me either. As we bring it back around to Steele Bates. Larrick wanting it in the post. He's got his man on his hip. Nice. Get it back to Larrick. He spins. And they're going to give him... They're going to give it to him. Count the bucket.
Wow.
For the 3-point play. He loves that shimmy pivot and coming back around with the right hand. That's his textbook move.
I'll tell you something right now. Once Larrick got the basketball down in the post, he didn't waste any time. Cohen Fink's playing him tough. He's denying the ball. When he gets it, it's pretty tough to stop him.
As Larrick converts on the 3-point play, we've got some movement going on here. Some subs coming into the game.
Hey. Again, a play out of Cambridge's playbook. Cohen Fink's going to sit down. Somebody else is going to take a turn on Larrick.
Exactly. That's what you have to do. Keep throwing fresh bodies at him.
Yeah, it looks like number 20.
Cade
looks
Rock.
like Cade Rock's in. He's 6'4". He's pretty big.
Well, that's exactly what you need on Larrick as Armstead gets it, throws it across court to Rohrig. Gator's going to drive. Ooh, so close. Nice touch on that, but just couldn't quite get it off the glass. Steele Bates running the fast break here. They're going to slow it down. Nope. Driving in there as we get another foul. As we get a traveling.
That might have been on Winland. I think trying to get the ball into the lane, trying to create some congestion. They recognize they've got a little bit of a size advantage inside, so they're trying to work the ball down into the paint. Maysville's defense won't let them.
Armstead brings it across half court. He's looking for somebody. Gator going to shoot it from the corner. Boy, Maysville has gone cold from 3 as Larrick pulls down the board. He averages 8 boards a game. We're looking at a 22-13 lead for Maysville with 4.5 minutes to go in the second quarter. Some more subs coming in here for John Glenn. Looks like Dolan will enter the game.
Yeah, Muskies have cut into the lead a little bit, but looks like the Panthers have kind of stopped the bleeding here.
And that's what you have to do. Gotta get him from scoring on you there. As Dolan brings it up the floor, throws it over to Steele Bates. Looking, can't find anything he likes. He's gonna reset. And goes into the lane. Takes the body, draws the foul. And he will go to the line. Oh, never mind, they're gonna say it's on the floor. All right, so we're gonna go inbound then.
They're gonna say the foul's on Rock.
Nothing like coming into the game and catching a foul immediately, am I right?
Well, still John Glenn basketball. They're down, though, by 9 points. Just 4:16 left here in the first half. You know, they need a little bit of offense here to get this kind of close at halftime.
Right. Need to go into the half with at least, single digit here. Keep it under. As Larrick tries to find something going, and he throws it away. Gator Nichols with the steal, as he almost has it pickpocketed away. Picks up his dribble, throws it over. Alex Bob now. Little triple threat goes around. Wow. Nice floater. Nice shot. He's got great touch.
Yeah, beautiful floater by Bob.
Throws one to the coach here on the sideline. That's definitely going to be a turnover. Way to be a heads up there, coach. Gator Nichols going to bring it in as we've got 3:54 here in the second quarter. Panthers lead 24-13. Gator Nichols bringing the ball up the court here.
Well, tell you what, Gator, he's not afraid to pull the trigger, is he?
No, he's not. Him and Bob, I think, both have the green light from wherever. They want, as Maysville coughs it up. That was Cade Rock with the turnover. Dolan, out of control, misses it. Rohrig gets the rebound, back out to Armstead. Crosses up Dolan. As Maysville sets up the offense here, get a little movement. Gator looking for something. Thought about throwing it in the post, back out to Armstead. 3:16 left in the quarter here, 24-13, Panthers lead. Gator kicks it down into Rohrig. Oh, that's going to be a kickball. Looks like we'll get another inbound here underneath the basket by Gator Nichols. Kind of surprised he's their trigger man. Usually you'd see you want to throw a taller guy on
a lot of times the most dangerous man is the man that takes it out. Oh, great pass.
Nice pass, and it gets in there. Armstead, nice layup. There's that court vision that we talked about from Nichols. Even when he's doing the inbound, he sees where everybody's at all times.
That's why he's taking the ball out.
Now I get it. Now I get it.
Got it.
Winland has the ball, kicks it back out. Looks like Steele Bates into Larrick. Excuse me, that was Dolan into Larrick. Boy, they are just bodying Larrick. They're not giving him any room to breathe. Armstead jumps on the ground. We're going to go another jump ball. We'll see who possession goes to. Looks like it's going to stay here. Another substitution for John Glenn. You've got Nicholas Akas coming back into the game for Andrew Glob. As we await the inbound pass here for John Glenn. Lots of movement. See who we can get. Deep pass. That's going to be a turnover. Nicholas Akas tried to high point it. He couldn't quite get to it. Looks like we got a timeout as well for John Glenn here with 2:42 in the second quarter. It's a 26-13 lead by the Panthers.
Yeah, 13 points. John Glenn having trouble getting into any kind of an offense at all right at this time. Trying to get the ball down to Caleb Larrick. He's being double and triple teamed when he gets the basketball. Needs to kick it out. You've got to give a lot of credit to the Panthers on the defensive end. They are finding the shooters. They're not giving them a look.
No, they are not. Very stifling defense all the way across, sometimes even full court. And that's one thing I noticed about Maysville watching tape for them. Sometimes they'll full court pressure even after a miss. You see that a lot after a team will make a bucket and they set up there in the full court press, but they don't care. They will grab you at any point in time.
They rely on pressure on the basketball, and they're hoping to create mistakes on your end. Tonight, that game plan has worked for Coach Dave Brown.
Yes, it has. A couple seconds here before we get play resumed. Like I said, 26-13. Panthers up 13 here in the second quarter.
Another thing I noticed is, just like you called, Panthers are basically trying to handle Caleb Larrick by committee. Anytime he gets the basketball, there's a couple guys on him. They're making him pass. They're not letting him handle the ball in the paint, and he's having a tough time getting shots.
He really is. Gator Nichols brings it across court over to Armstead. Armstead pivots, looks around. Going to give it back to Gator. Is he going to put it up? No. Thinks better of that. Armstead looking around again. Oh, now he's going to pull it up. Oh, so close.
Good rebound by Winland. Boy, two Panthers right on it. Winland pulled it away from both of them.
Yes, he did. Nicholas Akas bringing it up the court. Crosses around, looking for something. He's got Cade Rock on him.
Larrick comes out high post. Only one man on him.
That's probably what you're going to have to do with him. Get him on that pick and roll. Now he's got a mismatch if you can get it into him. As Dolan throws it up from three off the side iron. Nice rebound by Alex Bobb. He's going to run the entire break, splits a defender, but he loses the ball.
Boy, Nicholas Akas with a great job there. He was able to poke the ball out of Alex Bobb's hands just when he was going to put it up to lay it in.
Yes, last line of defense on that one. Definitely a great defensive play as Gator's going to throw it in again here. Almost gets tipped. Alex gets it on the block. Fadeaway jumper off the front of the rim. Board's going to go once again to John Glenn here. And that's going to be Winland. As John Glenn drives, kicks it out back to Dolan. Another turnover for John Glenn. Got to take care of the basketball, and I'm sure that's something the coach is going to be talking about really passionately at halftime.
Winland left his feet right there. You know, he came under the basket, didn't have a shot, left his feet, and when he went to pass, the man had not cut toward the corner. He didn't have anything else he could do.
Right. Gator with the ball now here as he sets the offense. Little pick and roll action here. Going to kick it out to the corner. Armstead. Nope, no good there. Oh, off the head of Cade Rock. John Glenn's going to come down with it, and they're going to run immediately. And he loses it as well. Back to Rock. Looks like we got a timeout here in Maysville before something hairy happened there. 1:12 left in the second quarter. Still 26-13. Panthers lead here in the second quarter.
Cooper Briggs got a little bit ahead of himself that time. He went down the floor, didn't have anybody with him. Maysville had a couple guys back. Briggs tried to force the issue, turned the ball over.
Right, it's hard to run that fast break when you don't have any reinforcements coming down there with you.
Got to tell you right now, I don't think I've been able to successfully keep turnovers, but
there's been a lot of them.
It looks like John Glenn right now is the team having the problems. They're giving Maysville extra opportunities as Maysville continues to play a real tough half-court man, and that press isn't helping either.
And with Maysville keeping Lara covered up down there in the paint, it's hard for him to bring down the boards too, where usually he can get some of those second chance points for them.
Well, Panthers are crashing the boards both ends too. I mean, they're doing it by committee. Everybody's in, everybody's trying to rebound. Nobody is taking off up the floor. They get the basketball, they secure it, and then they run.
And you can tell that's a very big bullet point for Coach Brown here. That's something that they like to do across the program, both JV, like we said earlier, and here in the varsity. Alex Bob's going to be the trigger man here to throw it in.
Biggest scare the Panthers have had today is when Alex Bob went down with an injury early in the game.
Right, yes it was.
Good to see him back.
Yeah, and he seems to be moving well too. He kind of gimped off the sideline a little bit there, but as Nichols brings it around the top of the key, looking for some motion, trying to get some movement down low here.
Spread the floor.
Yep. Might get a little ISO here for Gator.
Well, I think they're trying to draw John Glenn out and give themselves some room to penetrate. Nichols has the basketball, and he can drive, shoot, or dish. So good options here for the Panthers.
And you see Caleb Larrick posted up there in the paint as we got 30 seconds left here in the second quarter. Still 26-13. Both teams going cold.
Panthers going to hold for one. John Glenn defenders have not gotten close enough for them to start the 5 count. They're going to let Nichols dribble in the corner. Now,
and here he goes to make a decision. Goes over to Alex Bob. We got 13 seconds left. Pressure from Nicholas Zakis, almost loses it. He crosses, spins, gets it picked away by Steele Bates. Nice defense. Can he put it up there? Oh, right off the front of the rim. And that, it looks like it is going to be halftime right there. Are they going to call that? Yep, we're going to call that foul right there.
Yeah, I think Steele Bates, great hustle by the sophomore. He went in, he missed the shot, fighting for that rebound, was able to get a hold of it, and just before the buzzer sounded, he got hacked when he was leaving, trying to throw up a desperation shot.
Gotcha. So yeah, they're gonna go ahead and run that one here. As time was running out.
It's going to be the second on Cade Rock right now, and that's going to put Bates on the line. No time on the clock. Ball's up. That's good.
Steele Bates is a 71% free throw shooter on the season, so you feel pretty good that he's going to knock both of these down as he knocks down the first. And, rims out the second one. So that now is going to lead us to halftime. Score 26-14. Panthers in the lead as we head to halftime here. We will be right back with you guys here after a couple words from our sponsors.
How can you select from insurance companies offering you lizards or ducks? When it comes to protection for your home and auto, you want a company that provides quality insurance products and personalized, fair, friendly claims service. WB Green Insurance represents Westfield Insurance. Their reputation is based on sharing knowledge and building trust. Westfield has been around the neighborhood over 150 years. WB Green Insurance welcomes the opportunity to quote your home, car, and business insurance. Don't be fooled by lizards and ducks. Call 439-1329.
I was sitting in my car and it wouldn't start. I lifted the hood and the engine was falling apart. What would I do? My eyes filled with tears. Then on the radio I heard of West 40 by Pay here, where for a little money down and a little each week, I could have a car, nice, shiny, and sleek. So I walked in the door and I put the money down. Now I got a nice car that I can drive around. West 40 by Pay here will help rebuild your credit. The corner of Dewey and Route 40 in Cambridge, don't you forget it.
West 40 Auto Sales, corner of Route 40 and Dewey Avenue in Cambridge, is home of the guaranteed credit approval, with most loans approved while you wait. Go to their website to fill out an online loan application, west40autosales.com. You'll also find their weekly special listed there.
It's game day at Jim's house, and the spread is impressive.
Mike's already done some damage with the hot wings, and now he's dropping back and going deep for another slice of pizza.
I sure hope he brought the Pepto.
Mike knows that Pepto-Bismol provides fast 5-symptom relief from unexpected stomach upsets. He's no rookie.
The way he's throwing back those nachos, he's the GOAT.
Be ready for game day with Pepto-Bismol.
When you have nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea.
Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Thanks for calling Discover. This is Anjali.
Hi, it's Jennifer Coolidge. I just got an alert for a strange charge on my card.
No problem. We make sure you're never held responsible for unauthorized purchases on your Discover card. Let's see. Did you purchase something from a t-shirt cannon store yesterday?
Absolutely not. No, I already have like 3.
$0 fraud liability guarantee. It pays to Discover. Learn more at discover.com/creditcard. Limitations apply.
You're listening to high school basketball on 107.9, 98.5 Nash Icon, WILE Cambridge.
From the Ohio News Network, this is the Ohio Education Association Tonight in High School Hoops. Now here's your host, Eric Reeser.
In the coming weeks, the Ohio High School Athletic Association will hold meetings and distribute more information about its plan to expand tournament divisions for several sports in the state of Ohio. In mid-December of last year, the OHSA announced plans to assess tournament division expansion for boys and girls basketball, boys and girls soccer, softball, and girls volleyball. Nothing formal's been put out yet, but the conversations have begun and will likely continue in schools all over the Buckeye State, citing an enrollment disparity between schools in Division I for one of the reasons to look into adding more divisions. It's something that hasn't been done in the OHSAA since the 1980s, and I'll speak with the association's Director of Media Relations, Tim Streed, on their current plans and what's next. This is the Ohio News Network.
The ONN Daily Podcast. Get a recap of all the day's news from across the state.
ONN affiliate WBNS TV in Columbus has more.
Haley Kirby, reporting in downtown Toledo.
From the State House, Kevin Landers.
ONN Canton.
ONN affiliate WKYC TV in Cleveland explains.
In Marietta, Brett Wharf, ONN News.
Emma Henderson in Genoa.
The ONN Daily Podcast. Listen at ONNradio.com or wherever you download your favorite podcasts from the Ohio News Network.
In Ohio, public education matters. And every day, Ohio's public school educators use their united voice to advocate for the supports and resources our public schools need so every child thrives. No exceptions. I'm Ohio Education Association President Scott DeMauro, and on behalf of our 120,000 members, OEA is proud to sponsor tonight's game. Because great public schools are a winning playbook for Ohio, and Ohio is stronger when we stand together to cheer for our students' success.
This is ONN.
Tim Streed's my guest. He's the Media Relations Director for the Ohio High School Athletic Association. Tim, coming up in January, the OHSAA will hold meetings to discuss expanding divisions across several sports: boys and girls basketball, girls and boys soccer, softball, baseball, and girls volleyball. What brought about the idea for this possible expansion?
Sure. Well, I can tell you that the conversations have been ongoing for a long time, and by that I mean several years. And it was earlier this fall that our board of directors, which is elected by our schools, and Executive Director Doug Ute really started having serious discussions about, is it time? Is it time to add divisions? For a lot of our sports, specifically basketball and volleyball, baseball, softball, we have not added divisions since the 1980s. And when you look at the size of our state and the number of divisions we have, we really are not in line with how most states are divided up in terms of their divisions. To give you an example, we have 800 high schools in Ohio that play boys basketball, and we have 4 divisions. So that means we have 800 schools that enter the tournament, and there are 4 state champions. When you look at the number of schools in other states who have more divisions, it kind of puts us in a different light in terms of the narrow aspect of our divisions. Now, that doesn't mean everyone's going to like expansion, and it's certainly an ongoing discussion. We don't think that expanding divisions waters down the talent that is on the court deep in the playoffs, certainly. We've seen that with football, and football is really where we've seen a lot of success in terms of expansion, and specifically in Division I. Division I is a smaller number of schools in football. We only put the top 10% of the schools in Division I. And so what that means is that the biggest Division I school isn't that much different than the smallest Division I school. Well, right now in basketball, we have a huge disparity from the biggest Division I school to the smallest. And that's really what we're trying to address. And by doing that, we can also add some additional divisions as well.
Tim says that once these meetings happen and they feel like there's enough support for expanding divisions, they would need to assess if there are enough places to hold more events for the increased athletic activity.
I'll give you one example with basketball specifically. Right now, our basketball state tournament is at University of Dayton Arena. Well, we have already asked the question, and the answer is that we cannot play more than 4 games in one day at UD Arena. Right now, that fits because we have 4 divisions. If we would have more than 4 divisions, we would really need to change the structure of the tournament, where perhaps we would have a scenario where we play the state semifinals on, for example, Tuesday night around Ohio, and then the winners meet in Dayton for the state finals. So a lot of work would have to get done on that for sure.
Welcome back to Maysville High School. Here at halftime, we got a couple minutes left to talk that first half. Zach Chrisman here with Bill Kassler. Something that we talked about there in the break, the pace of this game, man, it's just off the charts.
It's what we expected, but what you expect and what you see on the floor, that can be two different things sometimes. You have to give the Maysville Panthers a lot of credit. They seem to be having a lot of success playing at this quick tempo. Their half-court defense, once they are out of their press and back into their half-court, they are really right on John Glenn. They're not giving them any space to shoot. One thing, looking at the stats at halftime, John Glenn only has 2 players in the scoring column, Caleb Larrick and Steele Bates, and 9 points for Larrick and 5 points for Bates. John Glenn has to find some other people to pick up the scoring to get back in this basketball game. Boy, Maysville, they're doing a great job spacing the ball.
Yes.
Absolutely, their people are getting some good shots. They're used to playing at this kind of a pace. They're probably happy they got Alex Bobb back. He's got 9 points leading the way, and he does it easy.
Yes, he does. He does make it look easy. About 30 seconds here left into halftime. Before we get into the third quarter, as we were talking earlier, though, that's something that John Glenn needs to kind of work on themselves, is their spacing. As they come into the half court, they're getting bunched up, and there's not a whole lot of movement, not a whole lot of space going on. So when you try to throw it down into Larrick, a guy who wants a layup almost every time, he's got all these bodies around him, all these people around him, and he's having a hard time really getting movement in there.
Oh, Maysville's doing a great job helping down in the paint, so he's doesn't get much room to move. He'd better get it and put it up. Hey, we want to thank our sponsors right before we get underway here in the second half. Doan Ford, Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance, Abels Incorporated, Valentine Insurance, West 40 Auto Sales, WB Green Insurance, and Guernsey Muskingum Electric Cooperative. Without these sponsors, we could not be here tonight, and we're having a good time.
Yes, we are. It's been a great game, having a good time. So it looks like we're going to get the third quarter started here with a side inbound for Maysville. As Nichols, the trigger man as he has been all night, going to look for Armstead coming out of the break.
Hard to believe he's a sophomore.
He really
he is he
so
plays
smart.
like a junior or a senior. He is smart.
Nichols gets the ball back as he's looking around, looking for somebody to come open for him. Back over to Bob. Bob brings it around top of the key, crosses through. Nichols thought about the three, kicks it back out to Bob. Bob around the back, nice move. Oh, boy, that would have been highlight material if he could have got into the lane there and put that up.
Good job by C.J. Dolan. He saw that around the back move and went for the basketball right away. He's able to get a hand on it. It will be Maysville ball.
All righty, 7:41 here early in the third. Still 26-14. Nichols looking for somebody. A lot of movement going on there as it gets tipped by Dolan. Good defense by him as he brings it down the court. They're going to try and trap here. Another steal. Nope, nice. Behind the back by Watson. He comes into the lane. Nice easy layup right off the glass. John Glenn still trying to keep up with this pace. I'd really like to see them slow it down here.
Sometimes I think you just have to dance with who brung you.
Oh, missed a nice backdoor cut there by Steele Bates. Nicholas Zakas here looking for something as he crosses between the legs. Gets a nice pick here by Lyric. Tried to get it down low to him. Batted down as Armstead gets it. Gives it right back to Dolan. Dolan goes up. Couldn't quite get it in there as Bob gets it. There's a rebound there by Roerig. Bob looking behind his back, making sure to not get picked from behind again as he throws a wild shot up. Thought he was going to get the foul, I think. Another trap here by Maysville. Nicholas Zakas going to try and push it up. Bob stops him there as he kicks it right back around to Dolan. Dolan's going to slow it down. Let's look for some offense here. Bates on the side. Another pick and roll. Trying to look for Lyric there as they get it into him. All those Maysville defenders, though, not making it easy on him.
Boy, I'll tell you what, Lyric had high post, and then he spun down into the low, got the ball, couldn't get the shot off.
Nope, he was wide open for a split second, but that's kudos to this Maysville defense. They are on him all the time. As Nichols goes in, or excuse me, Bob goes in. No, that was Nichols. My excuse. He goes in, gets fouled. Looks like he's going to go to the line. He's going to shoot two.
Gator Nichols, he looks like an Alex Bob in training, doesn't he?
Yes, he does. You can tell he's watching. I'm sure in practice he's probably his shadow. So we're going to go get some free throws here from Nichols as he puts the first one up, and it's good.
7 points for the sophomore now.
And that's exactly what they needed, especially with that scare early on with Bob going out. 29-14 with 6:18 in the third as Nichols prepares to shoot a second free throw. Sets. And it is good. 2 for 2 for Nichols.
Panthers up to 30.
Got a nice 16-point lead as they bring it down. Find Lyric in the post. Got to go up with it. No, and he loses it. No, Nichols is going to find it. Dolan trying to reset here. Excuse me, Winland trying to reset here. Nicholas Zakas gets it, drives. Lyric tries to get out of the way, gets kicked over to the side, and Bob stole it. Here come the Panthers back down with that nice pace. Nichols picks up his dribble, throws it down into Watson. Watson thought about the turnaround. It comes back out to Nichols, to Bob. Bob's going to go between the legs and reset here. And he's going to pull up from deep. Front iron. He's looking for that heat check. He's trying to get going here.
I think sometimes he does it just to show you that he can.
I agree.
You need to respect this.
Yeah, if you're not going to come out.
I can shoot from here.
Right. I've seen him make it. He hit a couple of those against Philo as Nicholas Zakas takes a tray. Nice board by Bob as he brings it back up the court, right-handed. Kicks it up to Watson. Watson crosses over, drives in. Nothing going. Kicks it out to Armstead. Could have got a clean pass. Maybe could have put that up. Bob gets the ball. He's going to reset once again. Trying to get some movement. Steele Bates playing great defense on him tonight. As Nichols goes around the corner, going to go up. Oh, I thought he had that one. Armstead, rebound. Nice three. Good look. Watson misses. They get the ball back. Panthers have the ball again inside. Nice block by Lyric. Winland's coming down the court here. Nice shot. Oh, couldn't quite get it in there as Watson pulls up another board. Bob with a spin move, kicks it back over to Armstead. Lots and lots and lots of pressure, like we said. Fast versus faster. Who's going to come out on top with this? As Bob looks, crosses over, drives the lane. Oh, so close.
Boy, challenged Lyric that time and almost put it down.
Steele Bates kicks out to Nicholas Zakas. He puts up a three. No good. Another rebound by Watson. Watson, Bob, and Roerig, they're all over the boards tonight. You got to love getting all those guys down there because they're already there trying to keep a body on Lyric.
Yeah, that foul's going to be on number 5, Noah Winland. Muskies are working hard, but they are still not able to really find a good open shot. Credit the Maysville defense.
4:17 here in the third quarter. 30-14. Panthers with a nice 16-point lead as Bob gets it. Waves everybody off, says, I'll cross him. I'll go all the way myself. I can get it across here. Brings it all the way up. Looking for some movement. Hits number 10 there. Oh, Bob back with it. Pulls up off the front iron. Rebound by Cameron. Cameron throws it into the corner. Ooh, front iron. Watson with another board as he brings it down, tries to go coast to coast with it. He's going to slow down. You're going to find Nichols, kick it back out to Bob, and you know he's pulling that one. Oh, I thought that one was in. Looked good for mine. We got another call on the floor here. We'll see what it is. Going to be a foul on Maysville.
They got Fink. He tried to push off to get better position on Winland that time. But, you know, I love watching Cohen Fink play. I love watching Jordan Watson play, and Kane Rohrig and Cade Rock. They have basically taken the John Glenn size and nullified it. They're playing hard tonight.
Yes, they are. They deserve all the kudos in the world. As Steele Bates comes and spins, almost loses it. Throws it over. We got a 3-ball here. No good. Another board by Alex Bob as he brings it coast to coast. Euro step, thought about going up with it. Kicks it out to Armstead, who's going to pull the 3-ball right off the front rim. Boy, both teams have kind of gone cold from the 30-point line.
3:22 left in the third. We have not had a whole lot of scoring. John Glenn hasn't scored, and Maysville's only put 4 points on the board.
And that's tough. It's tough to get something going when you can't get the ball in the bucket. I mean, obviously, Captain Obvious here, but man, you got to get something going.
Well, that's credit to both teams' defense. They're working on the floor right now. John Glenn, they need to find a way to get some good open looks, and it's just not there.
Steele Bates bringing it up the court, guarded by Armstead as they cross the half-court line. Oh, almost loses it again. And I thought he was going to.
5 seconds.
Got to get rid of it.
Yeah, and great pressure by Wes Armstead. That's a senior against a sophomore, and that's exactly what happened. Got pinned on the sidelines, looking for somebody to throw to, kept his dribble alive in 5 seconds.
Bob goes right around Cameron, puts him on his hind. Tried to pull up for the 3. Rebound here, brought up by Cooper Briggs. Almost gets taken away by Gator Nichols. Another steal as Nichols gets a nice, easy layup off the glass. Pressure, pressure, and pressure. That's been the key all night.
And maybe a little more pressure.
Yeah.
Oh, here's a steal.
Nice steal. Bob with a nice one, easy in there. 20-point lead now for the Panthers with 2:33 in the third as John Glenn's going to call a very much-needed timeout.
Wow, you know, and like I said, they had 14 points at the half. They have not scored here in the second half. It's been great defense. Maysville continues to work, and all of a sudden it's like an 4 or 5 point run, and it looks huge on the scoreboard. 34-14 right now. Maysville has got to get settled down. They've got to find somebody else besides Lyric and Steele Bates to create some offense for them, because every time one of those two guys gets the ball, they're on them.
Right, and even those two, you know, they have all the points. They've even gone cold, so somebody's got to step up here and really put it on their back to try and get them moving here.
Yeah, you had to figure Coach Brown had those two numbers circled at the half.
Most definitely.
Hey, 33-0. Let's keep an eye on those guys.
Yeah, let's lock them up. Maysville is led with 11 points by Alex Bobb and 10 from Gator Nichols. Both having great games. Like I said, it's cooled off from the three-point line, but you know Alex Bobb is always going to keep chucking them. And I don't mean that in a bad way. He can get hot at any minute.
Full court pressure again by the Panthers.
Dolan going to bring it up here, looking for something. Crosses over, passes the corner, and yet another turnover. Shooting themselves in the foot with the turnovers, right, Bill?
Yeah, that's Cooper Briggs, a sophomore right there, and he and his teammate are trying to get things squared away, but that's an underclassman mistake, and it's dealing with this pressure for a whole game.
Right.
Pretty tough.
Yes, it'll definitely wear you down and tire you out. As Bob brings it across half court, throws it to Nichols. He drives, spins around, looks like he wants to kick it out. Armstead over to Watson. Watson kicks it back over. Now Armstead, Nichols. Everybody getting to touch the ball on this possession. Nichols, nice, tough shot. Man, I love the way this guy plays.
Panthers are spreading the basketball around the floor, creating some lanes. They're getting some good looks.
As we have almost, yep, another turnover. Is that going to stay? Yes, that's going to stay here. Almost got high pointed. Like I said, you might have a couple football players in here. They go up for the ball and they grab it at its highest point. Very impressive. Looks like the inbound's going to come from Winland. He throws it into Steele Bates. Steele Bates coming across half court with 1:48 here left in the third. 36-14. Panthers still on top. Pick and roll here with Lyric. Nope, Steele Bates thought about shooting it. Still not quite enough room. John Glenn really needs to get some spacing as Steele Bates throws one up. Just trying to get something started as Nichols grabs the rebound. Back to Bob as he brings it up court. Looks like somebody's behind him, going to try and get it from him. Nope, as it's batted around, Steele Bates spins out of the traffic. You've got a 2-on-2 here. As Winland from the corner, boy, they needed that one.
They cannot find the range. They still haven't scored here in the third quarter.
And that's not something you want to see from, coach-wise, not getting goose-egged here. Maysville driving in, Nichols with the ball again, back to Bob. And as he pulls up from the foul line off the back iron, they have done a good job at least of keeping Alex Bob semi-contained. Steele Bates as he comes across, gives it back to Briggs. He pump fakes, throws it into Larrick, but once again, Gator, don't play that. Bates steals it again. We've got a little bit of a tennis match going here. Steele Bates, Euro step, goes into the lane, hits it off, but it's going to be knocked out of bounds. Looks by Maysville. It's going to stay here, John Glenn basketball. 38.4 seconds left here in the third period, 36-14. John Glenn still not being able to score.
Goose egg so far.
Yep.
Oh, nice
and there
pass.
we go. And see, we spoke it into existence for him. Nice easy bucket for Steele Bates. He's got 7 now. All right, Gator from the corner. Nope, and that's going to be a Winland rebound as he kicks it out to Bates. Bates getting caught in the corner here.
20 seconds.
We'll see if John Glenn tries to wait for the last shot here and settle down just a little bit. 12 seconds to go. It's Winland. Little pick and roll action. A lot of bodies on him, and it's blocked by Roaring. Armstead throws it full court here. Nichols going to try to get a last-second shot, and it is no good off the front iron. Well, at least John Glenn got a bucket there.
Yeah, they did, and it was a good inbounds play. But right away, again, they get the ball down low into Caleb Larrick. He put the ball down on the floor. Probably should have gone straight up.
Right.
Got the ball knocked out of his hands when he went up for his shot.
And I'm sure that's a comfort thing for some of the big men. You want to get a bounce off.
Yeah.
All righty, so we are going to take a second here and pay some bills. We'll be right back for the fourth quarter. 36-16, Panthers in the lead. We'll be right back after this.
At Abel's, we're proud that so many people trust our family with their family's home comfort. I'm Russ Abels. For new heating and cooling, you can trust us to save you money with our high-efficiency systems. We're trusted for electrical work, lighting, outlets, generators, complete home electrical service upgrades. We do it all. And you can trust us in an emergency. Whether it's heating, cooling, or electrical repairs, we promise to do the job right. It's what we do for family, and it's what everyone deserves. Trust Abels.
You're listening to high school basketball on 107.9, 98.5 Nash Icon, WILE Cambridge.
And we are back here at Maysville High School for a great MVL action here tonight. Little bit of a lead coming on here for the Panthers. We're hoping that John Glenn could come alive here and will something to get them back into this game.
Boy, talk about a defensive third quarter. Maysville ended up with just 10 points. John Glenn only had 2.
Whew. Pressure.
Not much scoring.
Larrick gets the ball, and he has it ripped away again by Watson as he goes coast to coast, 2-on-1. He's going to take it himself up off the glass. Nice take. John Glenn wastes no time getting down the floor. Nicholas Zakas now with it in the corner as he crosses over. Back to the top of the key, looking to reset. Maybe looking for some action for Larrick here. Maybe get a pick and roll. Oh, it hit him on the elbow. Steele Bates going to throw one from 3. Oh, look good from my angle. No good. Looks like Watson with the board. Almost gets it taken away. Bob takes control of it as he kicks it over to Nichols. Nichols drives, spins. Back out to Watson. Watson comes around the horn, gives it back to Bob. And back to him again. Going into the rim, no good. Watson tried to do the same thing again there. All right, John Glenn coming down the rest of the floor here. Watson almost loses his dribble, picks it up. Now we got Dolan with it at the top of the key as he brings it around. Now into Larrick. There it is. Oh, he had it there. You hate to see that. It might have got in his head a little bit. Bob, as he drives, steps in, takes the contact. He's going to go to the line.
I just think that Caleb Larrick he's basically fighting against 4 or 5 Maysville players. They've double teamed him. He gets a pretty easy look right there. He's so tired. He couldn't even get the ball over the rim.
I can't imagine. Yes, he's been getting bodied all night. 38-16, 6:45 in the fourth quarter here as Alex Bob shoots his first free throw and knocks it down. Great free throw shooter. He shoots above 80% for the season. And we'll see if he can make this a 2-point opportunity as he sets. And, rims out just a little bit as Winland comes up with the board. Lyric at the three-point line, back over to Winland, looking for Steele Bates. As Steele Bates goes between the legs, a little pick and roll. He's going to drive, kick it into Lyric as it gets knocked out of bounds by Watson. They're just not giving him any room to breathe, and you got to start to try and find something else if you can't get it in
Watson's got him fronted, Bob's behind him.
Right.
In that particular case, they've done that all night long. Now Rock's on him. Now number 3, Sammy Scott's on him. I mean, they're just changing off. They're wearing him out by committee.
And that's how you have to handle him, as Dolan has it here in the corner. Looks like we got a foul on Sammy Scott. We're going to have an inbound pass here under the basket.
Yeah, Scott got caught on Lyric, and that's very much of a mismatch, and just fouled him when he got the basketball.
Sometimes it's what you have to do when you find yourself mismatched. Dolan from the corner. He's going to throw one off the iron. Another rebound by Bob. It's nice pass all the way up to Rock. Oh, but he loses it. He got a little ahead of himself on that one as Nicholas Zakis brings it up. Full court pressure from Scott. Dolan now over to Winland. Winland finds, there it is. Lyric finally gets one to go for himself. Oh, easy steal by Steele Bates. You just cannot lose sight of him.
That's the second time tonight, and that, I'll tell you what, they haven't had many lapses tonight, but Steele Bates a couple of times tonight has found himself with the basketball, gets behind one of the Maysville players. They're not looking for him. He makes a steal, easy bucket.
I believe that's his second steal just off an inbound. He's getting those easy buckets. That's how you get momentum going.
Still, number 33 and Nathan and Caleb Lyric and Steele Bates, the only 2 players to score for the Muskies. Yes, they've got 20 points. Somebody else needs to step up for John Glenn. Hey, a lot of their guys are pulling the trigger. Nobody's been able to find the range tonight.
As we start here, we're going to have another inbound. 5:49 here with fourth quarter, 39-20. Panthers really rolling along here. Nichols and Alex Bob both tied for game high in points, 12 apiece.
I kind of like what Coach Scheck is doing here. We've talked about slowing it down. He's saying, no, this is what we're going to do all year. We're going to work on this.
This is our identity, yes.
Yes, this is a good basketball team. They're doing it well. We're gonna try to learn something here.
All right, Nichols at the top of the key. He's going to reset. Watson comes around. Over to Armstead. Armstead comes around, almost has it taken away. Here's Fink with the ball. Back out to Bob. Is he going to pull up? Yes, he will. Ooh, air ball on that one. Fink with the rebound out to Nichols. Nichols throws it back in. Ricochets right into Winland's face. Dolan's face. Came at him quick. That was a fastball if I've ever seen one.
Active hands by John Glenn. They're still continuing to work on defense, but right now Maysville. Oh, here's a shot.
Nichols with a little bit of a heat check there as Lyric pulls down the board. Throws it overhand pass. Nice look by Nicholas Zakis to Winland. They stop the fast break. Nicholas Zakis still has it. He charges in. Lost. Fink comes up with it. Now Bob has a little 3-on-1 here. And he still splits the defenders and goes up. He said, I don't have to wait for anybody. I'm ready to go. Let's do this. 4:55 left here in the fourth quarter. 41-20. Panthers on top as Winland uncorks one from deep. And they get one. All right, maybe the lid's off the basket for him here. Armstead going to bring it across half court. Back out to Nichols. Nichols is going to pull the tray. No good. Dolan with the rebound. Nichols right up in his grill as they bring it across half court. Let him bring it up. Kind of surprised.
They're starting to pull the pressure off a little bit.
As Lyric gets in there and
nearly a 20-point lead. Now Lyric's getting his hands on the basketball. One player on him. A few more opportunities right now, but this is more of a case of Maysville calling the dogs off.
Right. And as we talked about in the break and a little there before the third quarter started, we wanted to see Lyric kind of get the ball maybe a little further out. Like we said, we're not always going to get a layup, and they're going to double and triple you in there on the block like that. You got to have to move with it and work something out. As Lyric takes his first free throw here. Goes off the back iron, but is good.
Not a pretty shot, but it still counts for one.
I'll take luck over skill any day. That's me on the golf course. As Lyric puts up his second one, as it rolls out, didn't quite get the shooter's roll on that one. Bob comes down with the rebound, as he brings it up court. Steele Bates on him. This has been a great matchup all night. Ooh, as he goes around the back, Steele Bates got a finger on it. Armstead gets the ball now. Let's see what he does. He pulls, crosses over, he goes to drive, kicks it back out to Rohrig. Nichols now slashing inside, kicks it back out to Watson with 3:55 here in the fourth quarter. Bob looked like he was going to shoot it. Watson from the corner. Another air ball from Maysville. We might have some tired legs here, Bill.
Well, you know, Panthers have worked pretty hard tonight. Oh, here's Steele Bates.
Here we go. Steele
Opportunity.
Bates. Nope. Rebound by Armstead. He's going to bring it up. No real rush here until we get some pressure. Nichols going to come down the court here. Looking, back to Bob. Let's see what he does. You know, he's going to drive. Nice take, goes in. 43-24 Panthers dominating right now with 3:20 in the fourth.
Well, Alex Bob makes it look easy,
yes,
doesn't
he does. With a block by Rohrig. Good defense. Nichols is going to take his time bringing it up, and I don't blame him. I bet these guys are beat. Lots of running. Pace, pressure all night. So Bob's got it. Does a little triple threat action, spins around. He's feeling it now. He wants to use all the moves he's got in his bag. Steele Bates gets it. He's going to bring it around cross court. And thought he was going to pull that one. Finds Larrick a little further out, like we said. Nice layup. Needed that one. Larrick's now got 14 in the game. 2:45 in the fourth. 43-26. As Bob almost loses it here in the backcourt. We got a timeout, Maysville. Probably a smart idea.
Yeah, a 10-second call was coming up. Coach Brown keeping count. He hasn't used many timeouts. You know, of course, Bob dribbles the ball off of his foot. Has to go back and get it. Right. Coach wisely calls timeout. Good timeout. He'll be able to slow the Panthers down a little bit. Coach Scheck continuing to work on his sideline, too. You have to like that. They want to keep running. They're trying to press. They're trying to do they're trying to perfect what they want to do this year.
Right. It's still probably a work in progress, and you're learning each and every game.
Hey, I had a coach tell me once, you know, you learn a lot more from losses than you do from wins. I had plenty of opportunities to learn when I was in high school, you know, and that's okay. But I think there's a lot of truth to that. You know, you tend to think about what you did wrong. And right now, Maysville is showing the John Glenn Muskies a little bit about fast break basketball. Well, John Glenn just might be a year behind Maysville. Next year, you know, you're going to come in here. You're not going to be looking at Alex Bob anymore, so things will be a little different.
That is true, but like we spoke earlier, a lot of sophomores on this team. They're going to have a lot of experience when some of these guys get into junior, senior year, especially Gator Nichols. I'm really excited to watch how he progresses over the rest of his career.
I'll tell you what, as I've watched Watson and Rohrig tonight, they do a nice job, both of those guys, just sophomores for the Panthers.
Yep, and they're getting nice game time experience here as Nichols gets it. He is covered by, looks like Dolan. Yep, Dolan on him. No, that's Cooper Briggs. My apologies. Nichols brings it around. Lots of pressure all over him. Trying to get it to Alex Bob. Can't do it. Finds Rohrig. Back out to Armstead. Armstead over into the corner to Watson. And you got to think they're probably trying to run a little clock here, too. You're probably not going to be as
Muskies are working on defense, so I like it. I mean, they are working hard.
And Bob takes it in. What a move. Makes me think I can do it. It looks so easy.
Well, you know, they spread the floor so well, and then Alex Bob has all kinds of lanes to drive through, and he's taking advantage of that.
Briggs out to Steele Bates. Bates off the front iron. We got a Watson rebound here.
Tell you what, great job there. Number 24, that was Braden Davis battling for the Muskies. Watson came down with it.
Got Alex Bob here. He drives, and you know he's going to take another one. Oh, a little too much off the glass.
Missed the left-handed layup.
Oh, as Briggs hits the deck. Nice on the block there by Nelson Cameron.
No, that was Davis.
Oh, Davis, excuse me.
Braden Davis with the bucket.
All right, here we got Nichols coming in down the court.
Great job, though, by Nelson Cameron to get the ball to him.
Definitely. We got a call on the floor here with 1:11 here in the fourth as things are starting to wind down. Panthers leading by a commanding 45-28.
Tell you what, officials have let these guys play tonight.
Yes, they have. There's been a lot of physical action going on down there as Nichols gets it, almost runs all the way down. They're trying to trap him. Armstead with it. 1 minute to play here in the fourth.
Rohrig, all he had to do was turn and spin. Under a minute now. All he had to do was turn and spin and get the basket. He put it back outside. Panthers are working on running that clock down.
Yes, they are. A little bit of victory formation if this were a football game, just kind of.
It reminds me of the old North Carolina four corners is what it reminds me of. And here's the guy that's Phil Davis, Alex Bob, handling the ball.
Yeah, and like you said, it's that spacing that gives him all the lanes to slash in and out like that and get one-on-one. As we're winding down under 30 seconds here in the fourth, looking like it's going to be a resounding win for the Panthers, 45-28, 20 seconds to go here in the fourth. Our leading scorer tonight, Alex Bob, 18 points. Then you've got Gator Nichols with 12 right behind him, but a nice balanced score sheet from Maysville, whereas John Glenn seemed very heliocentric. They couldn't get anything going outside of Steele and Larrick.
Tough night for the Muskies, but again, like I said, a learning opportunity.
As we come to a close here, the final 45-28. John Glenn going to have a lot to watch on tape over the weekend and into practice next week, but you shouldn't be mad. This is a great Maysville team. They played with a lot of heart, a lot of pressure. They didn't give up, and that's what you want to see if you're coach.
Tell you what, we've got a lot of things. We've got some final numbers to add up. We have got a Lock 9 pizza player of the game to give away to one of the Maysville Panthers, and we might as well take a break and add everything up and come back with some more right after this.
I'm not buying till I check Dome Ford.
Most of us are faced with uncertainty every day. Your job, your finances, sporting events, schooling for your children, and so much more. With so much uncertainty surrounding you, there's one auto dealership that you can be certain about, and that's Doane Ford. You can be certain that you'll always get a great deal and the best service afterwards. In business for nearly 60 years has given Doane Ford the reputation of being a strong, reliable dealership. Be certain. Choose Doane Ford. Online at DoaneFord.com. Guernsey Muskingum Electric Cooperative will be giving out over $7,000 in scholarships this year. Graduating seniors whose parents or guardians are members of Guernsey Muskingum are eligible to apply. Visit gmenergy.com for a complete list of rules and applications. The application deadline is Friday, February 2nd, 2024. Now located at 16050 McConnellsville Road in Caldwell, Ohio, Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance Company is a mutual insurance company established in 1896 for the purpose of providing insurance coverage to rural Ohio. They offer a product to meet your insurance need, whether it's for a farm, rental dwelling, home in town, secondary or seasonal dwelling, churches, or mobile home. They partner with Grinnell Mutual Insurance Company from Iowa to offer liability coverage to package with their Patrons Buckeye Mutual policy. Call today, 740-305-5121, and follow them on Facebook at Patrons Buckeye.
Your home and your car are likely your two biggest investments. Protecting them from unexpected damage is a prime concern to WB Green Insurance. They are proud to represent Westfield Insurance, a financial service organization that provides insurance products for your home, auto, and business. Sharing knowledge, building trust is Westfield Insurance's pledge to their customers, along with personalized claim service that's fast and friendly. To learn how Westfield can help with your insurance needs, talk to WB Green Insurance today.
You're listening to high school basketball on 107.9, 98.5 Nash Icon, WILE Cambridge.
And we are back here at Maysville High School to get a little bit of a wrap-up on the game. We're going to give our Maysville player of the game, sponsored by Lock 9 Pizza tonight, to the one and only Alex Bob. He was the main scorer for the Panthers tonight. Led the whole game in total points as well, and just a fearless leader that you love to see for the Panthers going into the rest of the season here.
You know, you watch Alex Bob and you realize one thing, this probably is not his first pizza.
I bet it is not.
I have to say that. We also wanted to mention, we kind of had an honorable mention tonight. We thought Gator Nichols did a great job,
yes, he did.
too. 12 points. He was our runner-up. He was in consideration for that pizza, but overall,
maybe they can split it.
We had to go. He'll probably, I know Alex. He'll probably, you know what?
You can have a slice.
I got a few assists. We're good. Okay,
yeah.
we're good on that. So yeah, nice night tonight for Alex Bob. Gator Nichols chipping in. Really a great team effort, and you really have to draw a circle around what Maysville did defensively tonight. That's how they won this basketball game.
It sure is. They pretty much took Larrick. I mean, the man had 14 points. I want to say they took him completely out, but boy, they made his life hard down there in the paint.
They did, and it was defense by committee, as we talked about. They had him double team most of the time. He'd get the ball down in the blocks, and right away there were forearms at him. He really didn't have many opportunities to do what he's good at. And the Muskies were not hitting any three-pointers.
Right.
Steele Bates was the only one that really had any kind of a night offensively. He created a few of those opportunities on his own, so you have to draw a circle around what Steele Bates did as well.
And like we said, the defense on Lyric there, you got to give props to Kane Rorig, and Jordan Watson. Like we said, by committee, they just did not give him an inch to breathe all night.
Do not forget about Cohen Fink. I mean, I watched him.
Cohen Fink. Yes.
Cohen was working hard all night long. I saw him do that last year at tournament time. You know, Cohen comes in, he does a lot of the dirty work, and I mean, he works on picks, he works on rebounds, he's a good passer, he plays good defense. He does things like that. You know, he can make a player like Cohen Fink makes your basketball team just a little bit more complete, you know, particularly when you've got shooters like Gator Nichols and Alex Bob.
For sure. And you like to see the selflessness in there, you know, not somebody that maybe gets his number called all the time, but like you said, doing the dirty work down underneath there a lot.
Working hard, you have to like it. Hey, let's check some of the final scoring numbers. First for the John Glenn Muskies. 2 points tonight for Braden Davis. They happen late. 3 points for Noah Winland on a three-pointer. 9 points for Steele Bates, and leading the way tonight for John Glenn, 14 points for Caleb Lyric. So a nice night for Lyric, but it was just too much work to get the ball into him. A lot of pressure by Maysville tonight, and Muskies only ended up with 28 points. For the Panthers, good night. 3 points for Cale Rorig. It was 7 points for Jordan Watson. 5 points for Wes Armistead, 12 points for Gator Nichols, and leading the way, 18 points for the senior, Alex Bob. He had an excellent night, had a great floor game as well, played tough defense, and this all after really, he kind of got nicked. I think he got hit pretty hard there in the first quarter, went to the ground, had to go to the locker room for a few minutes there in the first quarter.
Yeah, and I think everybody was relieved to see him come out of the hallway there and back to the bench. That would have been a big blow for Maysville had that not gone that way.
You know, you have to have your senior leaders, no
Gotta
doubt
have 'em.
about
Yep.
it. So, hey, before we wrap up here, tell you what, Zach, we've got to thank our sponsors. Without these sponsors, we could not be here. They make it possible for us to do these games. Doan for WB Green Insurance, West 40 Auto Sales, Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance, Guernsey Muskingum Electric Cooperative, Valentine Insurance, and Abels Incorporated. Without these sponsors, we could not be here on Nash Icon tonight. And keep in mind, you can watch this game again on YRP TV. Just go to yourradioplace.com, check out the website, get the link, find the link, put the game up, and hey, you can even turn the volume down if you didn't like our call.
That's right. And that's fine.
Just watch the game.
As long as you're on the site watching the game,
that's right. That's
what
we want. But a big win tonight for the Panthers. They kind of move into control. They're right behind Tri-Valley now. That ought to be a good matchup, that second game.
For sure. And they're maybe hoping that Tri-Valley might stumble along the way so they can even it up. It sounds like they're about a game or so back. Looks like we're going to wrap things up here at Maysville High School. Final score, Panthers are going to bring it home 45-28. Great game from Alex Bob. Stifling defense across the board for Maysville. And John Glenn just couldn't quite get it going tonight.
Yeah, and like I said, again, we've said it several times, credit the Maysville defense. This is just what the Panthers do.
Yep.
You know, I think we could be looking at another long run in tournament. You never do know, but we could be looking at another, with the way they play, they're going to be a tough team to knock out.
Yes, they are.
Of the state tournament.
Yes, they are. And all right, we're going to throw it up out of here. So we would like to thank everybody for listening tonight. This was high school basketball here on Nash Icon or ABC Communications. And we'll see you guys next time. This is Zach Crispin along with Bill Kassler, and we hope you guys have a great rest of your Friday night.
This has been a presentation of ABC Sports.